Welcome to another fantastic edition to Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. I want to thank Sean Hildreth, our amazing producer, for making each and every episode super special. You can find us online at all the places you can get a podcast. Of course, you can check us out on our website as well, southernindiananow.com. You can find us on YouTube, all the things. And we've got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to be talking finances. We're going to be talking wooden pins. You're going to definitely want to stick around for this. And also we're going to talk about books and recovery. So lots of things that make Southern Indiana special. Sometimes they're all themed together. Sometimes it's just a random collection. But either way, you need to know what we're doing here in Southern Indiana and what kind of life you can choose. And of course, we're laying it out for you as we go throughout each show. Want to thank Prosser Career and Education Center for making this broadcast possible. Of course, you can check them out online. You can get connected for your child, or even if you want to level up and learn some more skills for your career advancement, you can do that at Prosser Career and Education Center in New Albany.
Welcome back to another episode of Southern Indiana Now. I'm Sean Hildreth, and we have Codger Supply Store, Preston Carter, with us today to talk about the great work he's doing here in Seymour and how you can find out, maybe purchase a piece or just learn a little bit more about what he's doing. All right, Preston, thank you for joining us. And tell us a little bit about what you do and where you came up with the name Codger Supply Store.
Well, that name was a joke from a fella I used to run around with years ago. I was buying and restoring vintage tobacco pipes. I didn't really think of the name, but a buddy of mine asked me if I had any more codgery old guy stuff. And I thought, that's hilarious. So I just kind of took it and ran with it. I'm not really doing the pipe restoration anymore, but as time went on, life happened, and I never could find in a retail store a pen that I liked. Mm-hmm. It was when Office Depot was still open, down where Aldi's is. I went in there and they had a super cheap fountain pen. I thought, oh, that's cool. It's like $30. So I bought it, used it until it broke. It was tremendously terrible, but I thought it was neat. About the time it broke, I'd had a scheduled trip to Switzerland to see some friends, and I thought, well, I'll just find one over there. They should have something nice. So I got off the plane, went into the airport, went into the little stationery outlet they had right there. And for what they were asking for theirs, I figured I'll go home and buy a lathe and all the tools and make my own for the cost of this one item here at the airport. And so I did that and liked doing it. And now I do a lot of it.
So when you purchased your lathe, how long did it take you to get used to using it, or had you used one before?
I used one before. I used one back when we lived in Evansville for a little bit, and then, we didn't have the time or the space or anything, so I sold it, found a used one on Facebook Marketplace a couple of years ago and picked that up, and he had a whole bunch of pen kits and pen parts and everything that came with it, so I had a lot of stuff that I could practice with.
Mm-hmm. When you make a pin, are they custom orders, or do you just kind of find your own inspiration and then build it? Little bit of both. Every once in a while, someone will come and say, hey, I want this. And either I can do it or I can't. It just depends. But a lot of it is I'll see some material and then I'll see hardware and hey, I think that would look really neat together. Or I have these random parts sitting around. Let's see what they look like together. Some combination of that. So what kind of other things besides pins do you create?
Well, I do a lot of little things. We've got seam rippers. Somebody approached me about a seam ripper. I said, well, I'll try it. Okay. We do coffee scoops. I've got rings. I don't do a lot of those. Rings are a whole different ballgame. But I've built the bookshelf that we have in a house. We did that at a lampstand. I got tired of lampstands breaking, so I built one.
So when you create a piece like this, what goes into this one?
That is, you actually picked up the most complicated one.
Yeah, because I was like, this isn't your just straight barrel.
No, this is a fully custom fountain pen. Different people will call it bespoke or kitless. You basically start this guy with the material and then cut, drill, and thread it yourself. All the rest of these have a brass tube that goes inside that you glue inside the piece after you've drilled it. It's a little bit more straightforward. This is a whole other world. Drilling and tapping the inside of this This piece right here takes 6 different drill bits because you have to accommodate the steps and all the shoulders on the nib feed. Drilling and tapping the inside of the cab. There are so many things that can go wrong doing this 5mm section.
Yeah.
I've had them shatter on me, and then you either just toss it or have to make another threaded rod to go inside of there.
What kind of material is that?
This one
is that one
is aluminite. I work also with this material here, which is called diamond cast. It's a different type of rosin, and diamond dust is mixed in with the rosin. I use a lot of that as well.
And if if someone wants to make a custom one, what materials do you work in? Just rosin, or do you do anything with, like, I see the wood there?
Yeah. So I've got a pretty decent selection of domestic hardwoods already in my shop from various other projects. I rescue them from behind people's barns and what have you. So I got a walnut and cherry that were actually just basically barn finds. This one is buffalo horn. It's an interesting material to work with. It's extremely soft. And then after I'm done working with it, I actually coat it with this stuff called obsidian pipe stem oil that keeps it from cracking and splitting. And I'll oil it occasionally. But this is a roller ball. Okay. Similar to a fountain pen, but less fussy, less messy, and less expensive.
Yeah.
And I have a few pieces of something called Fordite. This is paint that's been scraped off the floor of the Corvette factory in Bowling Green. cast in rosin, because it's little chunks. Cast in rosin, and then you turn it into a pen.
That's very nice. So if someone wants to find out more, where do they go to find information about the Codger Supply Store?
I have my Facebook page. If you just look up Codger Supply Store on Facebook, you'll find me. I have an Instagram, but I'm never on there.
Yeah. So Facebook's the best place.
Mm-hmm.
So great. Is there anything else you'd like to share about, the work, something you're proud of, or?
I mean, I've been doing this for about 3 to 3.5 years. I really enjoy it. We set up at the farmer's market and kind of got the feet wet in the retail side of it. So, I mean, just watch my Facebook page. If you're curious and want to see them in person, I keep a notebook at my stand so people can go by and try out everything that's there.
That's great. Well, Codger Supply Store, great place to get a custom pin. You can look at different materials, decide what you might like, or you can purchase one made by the master over here himself. So thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
Kelly Trask this morning hanging out with Jamey Sullivan with Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Of course, we're talking about money, making sure it can work for you, but there's a lot of umbrellas that can fall under, and that's why his team specializes in making sure that your plans, your money, your lifestyle, everything is fitting together for your best possible financial outcome. One of those happens to circle around education planning. So, Jamey, how does that work? What does that involve, and how people can get started with that?
Several years ago, the IRS created what's called a 529 savings account for college. And along those same lines, most states decide to sponsor different plans. In the state of Indiana, it's called College Choice 529. Anybody who puts money into a College Choice 529, the money grows tax deferred. And actually, you get a state tax credit for every dollar you contribute in the year that you contributed. And then that money can grow for you as conservatively or as aggressively as you want to see it grow.
Wow, that is huge to know. So if someone hasn't started their 529 account yet, is it too late to do that if they have kiddos?
Not at all. I have people that come in here literally their kid's senior year because, if you're going to be paying for college, why not go ahead and dump that money into the 529, get that tax credit, and then next year take it to pay for the college? I have clients do that all the time, and so it's a good way to help save yourself some taxes. But if they're younger, obviously that's better, because you can put money in there and let it grow and compound for you until the time they go to college.
All right, fantastic. Well, these things you need to know, which is why you need to have a phone call in to Jamey Sullivan at Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. Because if you are listening to our voices, chances are there is some service from their office, if not more, that you need to make sure that your money is working for you. And it can be intimidating, and people don't know what to do. And it's good just to have a team that's what they do. So their job is to make sure that your money is working the best for your particular situation. So, Jamey, as we wrap up the show today, I just want to give everybody kind of a rundown of all the different types of services you offer that does kind of circle around money.
Yeah, we do obviously retirement planning. We do money management, helping your money, fit your risk tolerance. That's kind of the key. Some folks are comfortable in stocks, some aren't, and so we have products that fit both of those types of folks. We do a ton of estate planning. We do a lot of education planning, and then tax planning. One of the tools we've got at our fingertips is should you convert your retirement account to a Roth IRA, and what does that look like, and how could that benefit you? And everyone I've shown this tool to has been blown away by the potential tax savings they could get by that process. So that's something that we hadn't mentioned that's actually extremely powerful.
Wow, absolutely. Well, and I think the key thing is, you don't have to be amazing to know all the tricks at money. You just need to know who does, and that's why people need to call your office. So what's the best way that they can make an appointment with you, Jamey?
The best way is just to call the office, 812-849-2670. They could go to our website, and actually I'll make it easy. It's JameySullivan.com. That's JameySullivan.com. And there's a form there that you can fill out that comes straight to my email. Or my email address, jamey.sullivan@raymondjames.com.
Join me, Jay Hubbard, weekdays from 6 to 10 every morning. It's Jay's Morning Wake Up Call, blending today's greatest country hits with local news, weather, and a couple laughs. Jay's Morning Wake Up Call on 92.7 WXKU.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. We're hanging out with Ashley with the Magic of Books, talking about one of Southern Indiana's funnest bookstores. And it's super fun, all the things you're going to find in there. So if you're looking for a bookstore that's not mainstream, you definitely found it at the Magic of Books. So Ashley, thanks so much for joining us. Tell everybody, you have a newer location. You've moved within the last year, so people may not have realized that. That's okay. Tell everybody about your new location and what types of different reads and authors can they find Magic of Books.
Oh my goodness. So you can find anything and everything over at 212 West 2nd Street now is our new location. It is the old Masonic temple, so it's really hard to miss.
Yeah. Big building.
It is huge. Mm-hmm. It is huge, but we are just in a small portion, and it's kind of like a little nerd haven, if you will, because our next door neighbors is Castle Games. So if you see them, we're literally right next door. Okay. Sharing space, and you can find a variety of authors. We are all inclusive. We have a little bit of everything for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. So tell everybody when you're open.
We're open 9 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday. So it's a pretty standard hour. It's easy to remember. And we're getting ready to open up a tea house. Mm-hmm. We're literally laying pipes right now.
Okay, I know. Yes, this could be super fun. We don't have a tea house here in Southern Indiana that's up in this direction, so that'll be a good thing. All right,
that will be a solid 12 to 6. So we'll open the tea house always later in the day, but we will stay open until 6 p.m.
You guys have lots of events coming up. Plant swap. Many things.
Yes, on February 28th there is a plant swap with a lot of local plant people that have pitched together to bring this event to the community. So please come out. They'll be selling plants. They'll be swapping plants. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a great time. Now, with all the other events lined up, where's the best way they can find you online so they can get kind of a whole big calendar full of those.
Absolutely. You can find us on Facebook, The Magic of Books. It's always pinned, our calendar. Or you can Google The Magic of Books bookstore, Seymour, Indiana. And our website will pop up. And our events are also on our website as well.
Okay. Fantastic. And so if they have any more questions, what's the best? Reaching out through your Facebook, is that the best way?
Yes, reaching out through Facebook is the best way. Okay. Absolutely. Our phone is, if any of our customers know, the phone is a crazy thing. So it's a magical place over there.
Yeah. All right. Who knows? They do work still. That's amazing. Okay. And speaking of all the different authors they can find there, you're an author yourself. So let's talk about some of the books that you have written and what's around the corner for you.
Oh, yes. I have written quite a few. I'm about to release my 10th and 11th published work this year, so I'm super excited about that. It's the end of a trilogy. Okay. And I'm very excited to be done, but I write horror, so spooky.
All right. So if somebody's into that, they can definitely find that at The Magic of Books.
Absolutely.
All right. Lots of fun things happening, and you've got it right here. You can check them out, Magic of Books. Give them a Google. And if you're wanting to find them, and in the course of the tea house opening, we'll talk more with Ashley about that soon. Right here on Southern Indiana Now, I'm Kelly Trask.
Hi, I'm Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany. Are you ready to build your future? At Prosser, you'll explore 29 hands-on, high-wage programs, from aviation to culinary, welding to cybersecurity, all designed to launch real careers or college success. Prosser is located at 4202 Charlestown Road, New Albany, Indiana. Need help? Call our main office at 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today to learn more. Prosser, where your future begins.
And we're back on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask, and we're talking with Mariana with 180 Recovery. They're actually located in Jackson County, but they serve anybody that wants to come. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. We're actually located in Jackson and Jennings counties. We serve both counties.
Fantastic. So if let's tell everybody what 180 Recovery is, and who the population that it serves, and how people can get connected. And just we'll talk about all the things.
Okay. Yeah. We are actually called 180 RCO. And the RCO stands for Recovery Community Organization, because our existence is to support people in their recovery journey and connect them with other resources.
That makes sense.
And when I say support them, we have peers that have lived experience with substance use disorder and or mental health disorders, and they know what it takes to live a life in recovery, and so they're there to support somebody in that journey.
Okay.
We serve both Jackson and Jennings counties. We have offices in both counties. Anybody can come to us for any help.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're from, right?
Absolutely not. You don't need insurance, and it doesn't cost any money either.
No.
So at any
Things
point,
you don't normally hear.
Right. I know. Let me say it again. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
We can help you, and we're not going to charge you. Wow. Okay, are we even on? This is a real thing. Yeah.
That's what makes it so great. And it's not a forced, pressured clinical environment. It's we're here to help, whatever that looks like for you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just here to help you.
Yeah. So when people come in, is it normally on their own, or is it normally a family member has encouraged them? Or tell me who's making that phone call.
It can be all of the above.
Okay.
We also partner with probation, criminal justice systems, problem-solving courts, because we do work in the jails as well. So it can be the person themselves, a family member, probation officer, attorneys. A lot of attorneys can call. Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody.
So there's different stages, obviously, for people to get help. So what are some of the most common first stages that kind of everybody tends to dip their toes in the water of?
Probably just calling. That's the hardest part, to realize, like,
just getting the facts.
I want to try something different. Yeah. And I don't want to be made to feel bad about myself. And I don't want to have a stigma attached, like, oh man, I'm an addict. The hardest thing is just to reach out and call us, but it'll be the best thing and the easiest thing, because you're going to call and we're going to be like, let's do this. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So does the program have a certain amount of time that people are committing to?
Nope. It is whatever. You can come see us one time. You can come see us 1,000 times. We're going to be there. So it's whatever you're comfortable with.
You're obviously open.
Yes.
So you're not, so whether somebody uses you 100 times or once, just whatever. So you mentioned you had some different programs available for folks that are kind of specific to certain situations.
Well, so the main focus of 180 RCO is to build a community. Jackson and Jennings counties have awesome recovery communities already. I think it's just a matter of us getting all together and realizing the power of community. So 180 RCO is trying to host monthly events to build community.
All right.
They've been indoor ones as these couple months have gone on, but we're going to be doing something once a month.
Yeah.
You can check out on our Facebook, it's 180 Recovery. So I think that's where sometimes it's like, well, which one's your name?
Oh, gotcha. It's all our
180
names.
RCO was taken. So we are 180 Recovery on Facebook, and we keep that up to date on anything that's going on as far as events go.
Okay.
And we'll connect you to anything else that you need in the community. You know, we're a connecting hub. So we'll support you and connect you.
All right. I love that. And where can they find you online if they want to give you a quick Google?
So we're working on our website still.
Okay.
That's coming. So the best place is 180 Recovery on Facebook.
All right. Fantastic. Anything else you want people to know? Some other common questions that you get asked that you thought might be good to share?
We
Answers
do
to?
also host meetings. I want to
Okay.
make sure I say that.
Yeah.
So on Monday nights at 6:30, we have an All Pathways meeting at our Jackson County office here in Seymour.
Okay.
That is an All Pathways to Recovery. So anybody that wants to be in recovery can attend that meeting.
Any type of recovery.
Yes.
Yes.
Wherever it is, what
Yeah.
it looks like. Tuesdays, we have Al-Anon every night at 6:30.
Okay.
Wednesdays is AA every night at 6:30. And then we're changing our meetings in North Vernon a little bit. They're going to be on Mondays at 6 o'clock, and that's another All Pathways meeting.
Okay.
So we have those resources that
All
anybody
that's
can
available.
come to. Yes.
They can find all those on your Facebook page.
Yes.
All right, fantastic. And what are some encouraging words that you would give to somebody who maybe they're a family member, maybe they're a friend, whatever? What other some encouraging words would you like to give?
I want people to know that recovery is possible. It may seem like a dark, scary, never going to happen thing, but I myself know it with my own family, and I see it every day that people can recover. The power of the recovery community is so huge.
Yeah.
And if anybody just wants it a little bit, they can do it.
All right.
Anybody can do it.
All right. Pick up the phone, give them a call. What's
Yeah.
the phone number?
So our phone number is 812-519-8516. There's also a text-only number, just because I know some people aren't real comfortable
they don't
talking
wanna
on
talk
the phone.
about it, yeah.
I can't make it the same number because of technology, but the text-only number is 812-565-9413. Quick shout-out about the recovery dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so April 24th at 6 o'clock at the Pines will be our 4th annual Recovery Recognition Dinner.
Okay.
It's an evening to celebrate and recognize those on their recovery journey. So definitely want to invite people to check out our Facebook for more on that.
And if you need sponsors for that event?
We sure do.
Okay.
And that will also be on our Facebook as a link.
Okay. All right. Love it. Well, thanks so much, Mariana. And definitely super excited about all the great things that are happening. You can be part of that story, and you can let this be part of your story by reaching out to definitely a great organization. We'll be back right here on Southern Indiana Now. I'm Kelly Trask. And that's a wrap for Southern Indiana Now. Fun, definite adventure show that we had today. And of course, I want to thank Sean Hildreth, our producer, for making the show possible. Got a fun episode lined up for you next week as well. Make sure you're tuning in each and every Wednesday. We release new shows. I want to thank Prosser Career and Education Center for making the broadcast possible. You can find us online at southernindiananow.com. You can find us on YouTube. All the places that you can get a podcast. Don't even know the list, but all of them are out there. You can check it out. We'll be back here next week. I'm Kelly Trask.